Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2022 OS World Cup Grand Finals weekend. 3 teams left in the tournament. A world champion to be crowned this weekend. But first, the final of our show matches to kick off the action this weekend. Team Mouse versus Team Tablet. I'm Dolan, and I'll be joined by Dada for this show match. Dada, how you doing?
Oh, hi, Dolan. I'm doing great. I think this weekend is gonna have a bunch of exciting matches, and I think for a lot of people here, if they've watched the OS World Cups, they kind of have the stigma that Grand Finals weekend is the US is gonna win anyway. But this year, nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Have turned.
The US is now the underdog coming from the losers bracket. Germany is gonna try to stop them on the way there, and South Korea is just waiting, just licking their lips.
But first, we have quite a stacked show match here. Team Mouse versus Team Tablet. The gimmick, quite obvious, self-explanatory. Team Mouse full of mouse players. Team Tablet full of tablet players. The rosters for Team Mouse: Zone Louise, Philippines; Silla, Sweden; Ninarik, that is Norway; Shikoni, Russia; Ekoro and Justman from France; Eternum, Romania; and BMG, Poland. Over to Team Tablet, we have Henri, Philippines; Zudinator, Canada; Emrek, Australia; Malashevsky and Gnhaus? How do you say that? Nahus. From Poland. Sawagi of Hong Kong; Vakman of Russia; and Badu of Romania rounding out the field. Dada, what do you think?
So you might think, you look at these names, you look at the Tablet team specifically, and, they have 2 or 3 of the best performing players in the tournament. And you might think, this will billy easy, as one would say. But we have a couple of issues on the Tablet side.
There's a thing, folks. You look at this on paper and go, one of these teams is not like the other, but we have a few AFKs at the moment on Team Tablet, some notable AFKs. Our staff and referee, bless their hearts, they are doing everything they can to ping these players, to try to get them in the lobby, but so we don't know exactly how many players we're going to have here for this. So the chaos that is about to ensue is for your viewing pleasure.
Yeah, I don't think any of these teams are favored, despite what the name value might suggest, because you never know. Someone might have practiced the pools, might have played some maps, and some other people might have not. So they'll be sight reading some maps that are really unfriendly towards sight reading, and if Team Mouse put the practice in just to look good, they might surprise people. I don't know.
I have no idea. Maybe we can get an update here from our referee, who is going to be Tiger Eyes, by the way. Tiger Eyes, do we have an update on how many players are in the lobby? Or what the status is currently? Because that's all we're waiting. And it looks like most of them have just now got online, and okay. So it looks like things are going to be good. Just going to be a few minutes. So that means we got to stall, Dada.
Well,
never mind. Psych. There's a client.
There's a client, and there are people. So props to all the early birds here. Props to Zone Louise, Nenrik, Swaggy, Vakman, Chikoni. For some of them, it's pretty late. For some of them, not so much. I believe every Southeast Asian player here and a couple of the Eastern Russian players are gonna be at night or decently late, maybe even into the early hours of the evening. But for a lot of the NA players in stark comparison, it's very early. I believe Zudinator might be playing at 8 a.m.
Yeah,
9 a.m.
Zudinator is going to be the lone NA player in this show match.
Well, that's true. That's the only NA player, because I guess the other players in Canada either weren't invited or weren't interested, and every other NA player is focused on the US. basically for
Fair
this level of play, and
But
the US
anyways,
is still in.
One thing we do get a sneak peek at here is how this map pool is going to be played out here in a 4v4 setting. We're going to get that sneak peek before any of the teams in Grand Finals do. And we get to see some of the best players in the tournament that are eliminated play them for us. So, Dada, what stands out in this map pool from other Grand Finals pools that we've seen in the past?
Well, I think what really stands out is that every pick feels like death. Like, I think every single pick has some sort of, like, special sauce or a little bit of spice to add into it. Like, none of them are really that basic. Even the one slots have some, like, patterns or a couple of issues in the map themselves that really cause them, or really cause you to, like, have a hard time with the map. So you really can't take anything for granted. I think this show match, obviously, we're going to have people getting slightly lower scores than the rest of the weekend because, you know, some of them haven't practiced, some of them maybe are slightly less, like, skill cap oriented than some of the people that are still in the tournament, but we're still going to be seeing some 6 scores, and we're going to be getting an idea, roughly, of how people are going to play on these pools. So it'll be quite interesting, and that's something I think it's important to see here, as the show match is the first thing in the weekend. You have at least, like, a vague idea of what's going to happen and what maps are going to be prioritized or picked or found fun or on fun.
And immediately following this is going to be Germany versus United States shortly after this match. So we may have, I'm sure some of the players are going to be watching this match just to see how things play out from a strategical standpoint. But a distinct lack of comfort picks, as you noted, essentially kind of sums up the TLDR of this pool. There really isn't a comfort pick. This pool really pushes every skill set it tests in every single pick to the extreme, as you would expect on a Grand Finals pool.
Yeah, let's see. I think we're going to be heading into bans. Or, actually, no bans in show match. Never mind.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Only picks.
In the show matches, there are no bans. So, yeah, we're getting straight into the picks. So, Team Tablet has won the role. They will be up first to pick. And let's see again our designated captains, I believe. For Team Tablet, it is Henri. Or no, is that just how they lined them up? I don't know if Zone Luis and Henri are the team captains or whatnot.
I think they all have some say. Like, if they pick something, they'll probably put them in the lobby. Like, put the map in the lobby to play, because
it's a show match.
You really can't give captain to anybody. The teams aren't really named after anybody, unlike last weekend where we had, like, Chile versus Fiery. So
it was pretty obvious. Yeah. Oh, wait, they're delegating their captains now.
Badu is the captain.
And Badu is unsure of this.
MP timer 20.
Tiger Eyes has agreed. The ref has made it so.
Oh, that was Zone Luis.
Badu, the official, unofficial captain of Team Tablet.
It's nice to see everybody's having fun. Everybody's, like, just on a very chill environment, very loose, very just enjoying the opportunity that they've been given to play on this Grand Finals pool. And we're going to be getting Nomad 5 first? Is that correct?
Well, they did make Badu their team captain.
I guess, I know Henry loves this map, but apparently Badu also enjoys it. Surprising given that the end of the map is very speedy, but it is as a map, a very Badu map, if you think about it. And they also have a Koro? No, they don't. Obviously, Koro's a mouse player.
So we're going to get things set up. Make sure client's looking good here. Looks like it is. And it's a short map, again, here, Dada. Only 2 minutes in length.
Yeah, something that we saw from this pool specifically is that it really went against the trajectory and like the tendency of most pools, which was to get longer as the tournament continues. So instead of having a like 4 minute or like 3 minute and 40 average pool, like it was kind of like expected to be, based on the trajectory there, it actually went like closer to 2 minutes 30 or something like that. So everything is kind of short. This map is one of these very short maps, 2 minutes, very condensed experience, and it never really stays the same. I think Aika made a great job by making all of these different sections in the song feel like very, very different maps. So this is a very ADHD kind of map where it never really stays the same.
Well, here we go, Dada. Start command is in from the referee, Tiger Eyes. Grand Finals action going to get underway here in the show match. For Team Mouse, it's Ekoro, Ninarik, Eternum, and Chikone. For Team Tablet, Suwagi, Malashevsky, Henry, and Badu. A stacked lobby, to say the least. Here we go.
Henry, I know he has the the familiarity of this map because he did the replay, I believe, so it's obviously having a bit of fun at the start. Cursor dancing, shaking like he was very nervous, but it's probably the least nervous one here.
Yeah, hopefully nerves won't be a big factor here. Of course, all these players, veterans, they were picked for a reason. We'll see Malashevsky and Chikone trading early misses at the start here. Oh, Ninarik and Eternum going down, so it's already 3. Make that 2 FCs to 1 as Henry also gives up the FC. Badu, Suwagi, and Ekoro. And down go, that's a team miss. Yeah. Team miss from Team Mouse. It's all Team Tablet.
It is all Team Tablet, and everybody who had a Badu comboing through the gimmick map on their bingo card, please just step up and claim your free $10. Because honestly, it's the least surprising thing here.
I mean, obviously picked no mud fight for a reason, but Suwagi also having a great run here as well. Matching Badu's FC. It's 2 FCs to 0, and Team Mouse now with another team miss right as they were building combo. And this one is going to be over. A double FC coming into the ending section. We'll see if Team Tablet can clutch it. Badu will give up the FC. Oh, and there goes Suwagi.
Well, it's before the very speedy section, so...
Again, an FC on any map in this pool is absolutely nuts. Really performances from Badu and Suwagi to give Team Tablet the 1-0 lead.
I think Malashevsky wasn't happy with his performance, he just instantly left. Obviously a little bit of an uncharacteristic performance from him. We've obviously, like, seeing what he's capable of, we've obviously seen that he basically the best player in the tournament individually. So maybe a little upset that he didn't really get to display that on this first map, but Badu and Suwagi basically just picking up where he left off on that sort of standard. Suwagi with a very, very nice combo, and Badu with a phenomenal accuracy until the very end section.
And so Team Mouse, they will be responding with double time 3.
Okay, I am not surprised, given that a lot of Mouse players tend to go the speed route. Tablet, you see, I don't know if this is like just me or like just an anecdotal thing, but Tablet players seem to go way more into aim specifically, whereas Mouse players try to go more into tapping. And you see this with like Chikone, you see this with like Eternum, with we've seen when what am I trying to think of here? I actually just forgot. I just completely blanked out. But Ninarik also, like, they have really good speed players on this Mouse team. Meanwhile, Tablet has very, very good aimers. They have Emrek, they have Badu, they have Henry. But, you know, they might not necessarily have the same caliber of speed players, like dedicated speed players. So it's no surprise that Mouse picked DT3 here. Thank you, chat. Neon Potato, apparently.
We see a
Also
Turnham,
Mouse player.
a Turnham checking in for Team Mouse. And Nahas checking in for Team Tablet. So a couple substitutions here, but teams elect to keep their rosters relatively the same.
I'm a little bit surprised about Badu staying in for this map. I think we're gonna see some silly business.
Well, I can tell you that the referee did enable free mod here, so we might see some silly business. We just might. Oh, Suwagi calling out Ninarik here. This is some drama. That's flat out, I will do better than you on this. Man. And Ninarik agreeing.
Trust in the shred.
Alright. Let's hope that ages well.
And B-Start has been given out, so let's see what exactly these players are up to here.
Alright, so what? Henry! Okay, Henry is on DTHD Easy. Badu is on DT Easy. As well as Akoro. Everyone else electing to stay on planet Earth here.
When they enabled free mod, I kind of figured that Akoro and Badu would have an easy off, but I didn't expect Henry to join in and even like double down. And he finds the first break on this very, very slow start section, so not a good omen, but...
Oh, Jaconi! Oh, he was throwing with smoke and got caught out on the slider! Badu trades it! Oh no, that's tragic.
Oh god.
So, Nas going down. It is now 3 FCs to 1. So Wagi, the lone FC remaining for Team Tablet. Team Mouse now firmly in control with a Koro, a Tournament Ninarik.
As expected, everybody on Team Mouse seems to be very, very comfortable with this style of map. Meanwhile...
Oh no, Sawagi goes down and Ninarik is holding the FC. Call out is not aging well at this moment.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of a joke. Henry actually doing surprisingly well, and Badu, I think, he's actually doing quite decently. Never mind the accuracy, but he's pulling combo, never mind.
And that's a near team miss there from Team Tablet. Team Mouse now still holding that triple FC. I think actually the tournament is had a miss and finds another there. Make that
both
a double FC.
Yeah, both Eternum and Chiconi have misses on their own right, but Inrik and Akoro is still holding very strong. And Team Talbot is having some overall troubles that are much bigger in scale. So, in the sense of competitiveness, I think it's already fairly over, but let's just see if both Ninarik and Akoro can hold this FC through the solo and through the end sections.
But it's... Oh, Ninarik is going to give up the FC there. It's only Akoro now. Holding that 98%, will give it up there in that slider section. A fantastic combo, though, nonetheless.
It is quite something when your easy mod that halves your score has a bigger score than anybody on Team Tablet. Even the no mods, or I guess just the regular DTs.
Yeah, these supporting combos for Team Mouse have rebuilt quite nicely here from Ninarik, Chiconi, and Eternum. Eternum will give up his, though. Traded by Henry. But yeah, there's just nothing Team Tablet can do at this point. Team Mouse have asserted their dominance, held that triple FC for long enough. And it is all Ninorik here.
Henry has informed us through the usage of smoke that his headset died in the middle of this map.
That is unfortunate.
That's quite unfortunate. Luckily, it didn't matter. In the slightest, really, but...
Yeah, fortunately, it's not going to cost his team a point or anything. They were already well behind. We're going to be tied at 1 here in the show match. Team Tablet will have the next pick.
I don't think I've ever seen the score bar go, like, so much to one side, and then so much to the other side on the following pick. So, you live and you learn, I guess. Like, that's probably the biggest score bar delta there's ever been on an official World Cup broadcast.
Yeah, I guess that can also tend to happen when you don't have bans here, as you know, we do in the show match. You can
Bans are overrated.
You can just skill gap your opponents into oblivion for free points.
Well, let's see how Tablet responds. Obviously, they didn't really like that last map too much. Let's see if they go for something like Hidden Chew or maybe Fremont 3, where it's a similar type of like binary skill set of whether you can really play it and like have a good time or just not play it at all and just like to watch the map instead of playing it.
Yeah, and I can expect that we'll see a healthy amount of rotation here.
Fremont 3.
All right, Fremont 3 coming out here. That opens things up for both teams.
Now, I think this, before this weekend started, this was our biggest doubt in the pooling team because we have tweaked this map a lot to try and juggle with the mod balance, because originally this map was CS5 Air 8 and it was completely impossible and hidden, and no mod was very, very hard. Everyone was just kind of encouraged to take Hard Rock and just play a very, very weird flowing low BPM stream map. So we upped the CS, we upped the AR, and now it's just death on every mod. I don't think there's a mod that you want to take that really like gives you any sort of confidence. Even if you know mod, which usually is the mod of choice for people who want to secure like higher combos, it's still just absolute hell to hold a combo through these more janky stream sections. So let's see what happens.
Badu trying to convince Akoro to play hidden here. So I can imagine we're going to be seeing a minimum mod here from both teams.
I think we're going to be seeing the maximum mod from both teams. We're going to be seeing like 6 HRs and like maybe a hidden from Badu or Akoro.
You might see some goofy things, but I can imagine that both teams are going to at least have one no mod.
Maybe.
We're going to find out. Round 3 coming up. It's Akoro, BMG, Eternum, and Justman for Team Mouse. It's Vacman, Badu, Henry, and Malashevsky for Team Tablet. And here are the mods. So we do see a little bit of overmodding here. Once we get Vacman in. It's going to be one no mod apiece. With Team Mouse taking one extra Hard Rock. And Team Tablet taking one extra hidden. But Team Tablet is going to have one extra no mod player because they're overmodding Malashevsky. And we see a lot of early breaks here at the start, Dada. As you said, the mod players struggling a little bit.
There is no comfort to be had on this map. It's like one of those hot ones, hot sauces. Like by the end, where it just hits you with like battery acid instead of like something edible. This is that in map form, I think. Badu, the only one to hold any sort of meaningful combo. I guess the Eternum as well, but now he does drop.
And Malashevsky was holding quite a bit of combo too until he just broke. But now it's Badu, the lone FC. And now it's all going to be on those supporting combos and how well these players can recover. Both teams trade 2 misses. Akoro and Eternum going to work for Team Mouse. But Eternum will go down. And Team Tablet still cruising with Badu and Malashevsky putting in the work halfway through.
This is the level of play I expect from the later matches, where someone is holding combo through this incredibly difficult map.
Definitely
is just
tough on the.
Badu and Malashevsky. Never mind.
Yeah, that one's tough.
But he's still going.
I mean, this really is kind of though in his wheelhouse of skill sets when it comes to reading. He's definitely one of the premier players in the world. And Team Mouse trying their best, but unfortunately, none of them can bank enough combo. And
No!
Badu will finally go down. Team
He's
is
in the air,
Team
man.
Tablet. Akoro is the only one with combo, but there is not enough time. What a score here from Badu. Team Tablet will take a 2-1 lead, and that final total is 768,000 points.
That's just silly. That's extremely silly. We don't get to see his score, but Malashevsky also had a really good HDHR score. I think that's one of the... That's kind of what we're expecting to be like a good to great score with HR on this. Like in this weekend, something around the range of 500,000. And Akoro also had a really good run on the mod as well.
That accuracy was 98.6. Very good from Akoro. And Team Mouse, they respond with no mod 2. You like some streams?
I love some streams, and I think on this map specifically, do you like spaced streams, because this is what's being served up on the menu here.
These aren't your average streams. This isn't just spam your 2 keys and aim with ease. This is not that.
This isn't your long stream practice neurotoxin 180 BPM. No, this is some advanced level shenanigans coming out here.
AR 9.8, and it's only a 2-minute map.
It's jam-packed with intensity.
We might, I don't know what's going to happen here, because, you know, some players have been putting in some work here, some brilliant scores. But for the most part, it's just been kind of hot potato of who can build some combo and avoid just continuously chain missing.
Nolan, I just realized something. You're a cash player, right?
Yes.
That means you don't use either of these input devices.
True.
You're literally the most neutral one we can have, and also, I have used both of these input devices and swapped between them. So we're literally a completely unbiased cast.
Listen, I may be a cash player, but I've got some 6-digit standard skills, alright? And that's all I'll say.
Hey, use touchscreen and then you can keep your spot on the cast.
Yes! Easy. But it looks like we have some substitutions, and we have the final rosters for round 4, no mod 2. Sudinator checking in for her first appearance of this show match. For Team Tablet, joining her is going to be Malashevsky, Henry, and Vacman. And opposing them, Ciccone, Zone Louise, Turnham, and Ninerick.
You might see a little bit of rust coming out of Zudinator. She did just like go out of bed. It's very early for the Canadian people, especially I believe she lives in Western Canada, so very, very early. So let's see if she has the stamina.
All right, going to be pulling out the Apraxia method at the start. It's all right. It's when you want the misses very early. She'll have another one here. And that's going to be the only miss at the moment. So Team Mouse will be enjoying a lead.
I believe the tournament also had a slider break, I believe, at the start. So lacking a little bit of combo.
Is now continuously missing. Oh, getting caught out at the end of that little burst there. So Louise is going to be fighting a miss for Team Mouse. That is going to stop the bleeding for Team Tablet. But they already have over 100k score advantage a third of the way through. They're going to need some help. And finally, the slow section. Again, this map is already almost halfway over. Backman going down now for Team Tablet. Things looking bleak for Team Tablet. Ninerick also trading one of those misses.
Ninerick just not locking everything. Malashevsky, this FC is gone.
The team miss completed for Team Tablet. Only one FC remaining with a third of the map to go. The Turnham is right behind Ciccone. Oh, and Zone Louise and Ciccone are going to miss. The Turnham, the only meaningful combo now.
This is just unreal from the Turnham coming out here. Despite his early break, he's just owning this map.
And that supporting combo is massive. The Turnham now going down, dropping the big combo. It's now up to Ninerick. Ciccone right behind him. Malashevsky with some combo as well, but they are running out of time, and there is no way they can overturn that score deficit. Team Mouse going to be tying this one up at 2. These have been absolute blowouts here. The margins of victory have been massive on each of these opening picks.
I think it has something to do with the Tablet team not really having stamina players, and their stamina players that they do have might not be like properly warmed up to play some of these maps. Meanwhile, the mouse tapping is strong right now, and they noticed and they're picking around that. Meanwhile, Henry has a sponsor segment for his favorite brand of keyboard.
Nice. All right, Team Tablet up to pick next, their third pick of this match. They've gone with No Mod 5 and Free Mod 3.
If I was a tablet man or a tablet person, it's 2022, let's non-gender ourselves. But if I was a tablet person, I'd probably go for something like Hidden Chew here. It worked, the Free Mod 3 worked, and Hidden Chew is a similar kind of, screw you, kind of read or die map. So, it would be a decent pick. Also, specifically, more so for people like Zudi and Henry, it's very much not a stamina map. So, they don't need to be fully warm to play it.
It's going to be No Mod 3.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's a Badu pick. Badu is the captain. He, if there's a map that I expect Badu, Malashevsky, and maybe Henry or Zudi to just destroy, it's an alt map with very weird aimy patterns and janky flow aim like this one. Raijodo, he's a very special mapper. Everyone can really recognize this kind of style when he maps alt, and it's it's rough. It's a very rough kind of style for anybody who's not super fluent in just cursor control and overall janky movement. And I believe Badu specifically has had like a couple of really like nice number ones from Raijo to alt maps, like stuff like that -45 map. I'm trying to remember the name. Reishiki, there we go. But stuff that really has some like high BPM aim elements and like insane cursor control, and he just eats them up for breakfast. So no surprise to see this pick here.
All right, looks like our rosters are going to be set for round number 5. Chaconi, Zone Luis, Turnham, and Okoro for Team Mouse. Nahus, Badu, Henry, and Suwagi for Team Tablet.
A little bit surprised not to see Malashevsky here, but alas, Nahus will be replacing him, and honestly, Nahus had a better score than Malashevsky on the alt map last week, where they got eliminated, but Nahus had like the top score of anybody in that stage for that alt map. So, as we say that, he misses early.
And we see a bunch of early misses come out, most of them on the side of Team Mouse. Team Tablet will have a small advantage here in the early half of this map. Zone Luis now going down. Oh, and there goes Okoro, who was the lone FC for Team Mouse. Suwagi and Nahus going to be trading Badu as well, so the brakes have been put on the Tablet train here. It's Henry. Ooh, Henry against Eternum now. A battle that Henry is winning.
Will definitely win as Eternum breaks on that 1-2 jump section in the middle of the pattern. And he's still holding strong. Meanwhile, nobody on Mouse has any combo to really speak of. Chaconi has very slightly, but nothing compared to Tsuwagi and Badu. Holding the supporting combos for Team Tablet behind Henry's very good FC thus far. And
Yeah,
we're already halfway in.
And that combo advantage is all on the side of Team Tablet right now. As you said, there's no supporting combos anywhere for Team Mouse. And Henry is going to go down, as well as Nahus, traded by a Tournament Zone Louise. But now it's those supporting combos that are going to come into play here. It's Badu and Suwagi warding off Okoro and Chaconi, locking in that massive score advantage here in the final third of the map.
Henry had a little bit of an abyssal moment there, just note-locking everything. Badu
And
holding through that hard section, still with very much a lot of combo. Chaconi as well.
yeah, and amidst the chaos, it is Badu and Chaconi standing tall here. But that is going to spell a third point for Team Tablet, as they bring it home here through the final sections. By another convincing margin, this one's slightly closer than the previous 4. But they've all been fairly convincing.
Well, this one is convincing, but it's a lot closer than the other ones. I think this is where Team Tablet starts to maybe lack a couple of those like very like overwhelmingly decisive picks, and instead has to settle for something that potentially through some, don't want to say fluky combo, but through some like god mode from the enemy team could potentially be breakpointed. So
Team Mouse instantly pick Free Mod 2.
is that a speed map? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. No surprises here. Team Mouse just focusing on their keyword. It's kind of interesting to see. We had Team Mouse pick No Machu, which is, flow aim and tapping. And we had Team Talmud pick Nomad 3, which is flow aim, but it's not the same kind of flow aim. It's flow aim with a lot of like disjointed elements in between. It's a lot more cursor control oriented, where it's not like a fully smooth motion. You have to do a lot of snappy and like anti-flow movements, if I can even call it that. So it really goes to show. I think a lot of people have this kind of stigma that mouse is like really, really good for flow aim, but mouse is good for flow aim that has very smooth motions. Flow aim like alt maps is not necessarily in mouse's favor. Meanwhile, tablet has a lot more of like this this cursor control on lock, because they don't have to operate this like very big object, I guess. And they have absolute positioning as well to have a better muscle memory, but they do have a little bit of a disadvantage on very smooth flowing maps, because mouse just has this smoother, heavier object that they can drag around and make smoother and not necessarily be as shaky. They also have this kind of big nerves advantage, I suppose, where even if you shake on mouse, it's not going to affect you as much as you shaking on tablet. So I think both input devices have some good and some bad associated.
Some interesting moves being made here. No substitutions for Team Mouse. Team Tablet subbing out Nahus and Badu, bringing in Malashevsky and Zudinator. And we see Malashevsky hitting Hard Rock, Zudinator, Enri, as well as Akora with Hidden. And Chaconi playing Hard Rock. Bunch of early misses at the start.
By the way, Dolan, everyone who's playing this map of HR is a complete masochist. It's a show match. There are no free mod rules. You could have just avoided this if you wanted to.
Well, you know that they have to have at least one Hard Rock, right?
Not in Showmatch. You can do whatever in Showmatch. You can put on easy on Showmatch. Everyone would agree.
No. That's not how that works. We just get rid of bans in show matches. That's it.
Hey, we did put on easy on the DTs. Everything is possible.
Well, at the moment, the chain miss is coming out for Team Tablet. And we see some combo building on the side of Team Mouse. Now pulling over that score advantage, but now they are starting to chain miss here. It's only Ninarik and Eternum left. Oh, and Enri getting caught out there in the slow section. Not happy about it, you can tell with the smoke. Halfway, and now Team Mouse pulling out a healthy margin. About 300,000 points.
Also due to accuracy. I think Tsuagi and Zuni are having a bit of trouble with the speed of the map.
Yeah, and down goes Zudi. Only meaningful combos now for them are now gone from Enri and Tsuagi.
Everyone is gone except for Ninrik.
And that just might be it right there, into the final third of the map. And they're going to need a massive meltdown. And right now they can't take advantage of any misses. They don't have combo. So Team Mouse in prime position here to tie this matchup once again.
He's holding an S rank.
Wow. Even a turnip. Yeah. Must be nice having Ninarik as your teammate right about now. We'll see if they're able to bring home this massive combo. Into the final sections. All eyes on a single player. The accuracy slowly increasing. Getting closer and closer. No, Ninarik will give it up. Right at the very end. That is so unfortunate, but also super impressive at the same time. 687,000 points.
It's a pretty good game. This Ninarik guy is very skilled. He's a very skilled player, but this is not normally. This is very, very insane.
And apparently that was Ninarik's last map of the match, now having to leave early.
Well, it's a great map to leave it on.
Yeah, that's a good note to end it on right there. Just like, all right, clock it out, team. No pressure. But we now move on.
I have secured my match costs. I must now leave. My planet needs me. Okay. Tablet, just pick either, I want to say, oh! Okay, I did not expect free mod 1 here. I guess it is an alt map, but it's a kind of alt map that I wouldn't really put too much in favor of Tablet.
So far, none of these picks have even been remotely close. We'll see if either of these teams can break that cycle. Right now, it's free mod 1. The last free mod map in the pool remaining. Team Tablet is ready. Badu, Zudinator, Enri, and Nahus awaiting.
Team Mouse is the opposite of ready. Eternum, and Justman, and Scylla,
and the timing! Oh my goodness!
Up top, Dylan.
Oh, and then Team Tablet makes an insane substitution here, bringing out Badu and bringing in Sawagi. I think they're just listening to us and messing with us. I think we're being played here, Dada.
I think they might want to bring it to tiebreaker themselves. Who knows? Regardless if it is 7-6 or 6-6, I guess, or not, we're probably going to be seeing a tiebreaker unless we're tight on time. So just hold on tight, even if. Don't think it's rigged, because it's really not.
Well, listen, I know we say it as a joke, but every time we make the joke, some crazy things happen, and then it looks that way. I promise you it's not. But anyway, it looks like the teams are now finally ready.
Yep, and no Badu. I do believe this map has a couple of bursts, so maybe that's the anti-Badu element in this map, but otherwise, a bit odd to not see him in. Double hidden coming out from Tablet, both Nahus and Enri. Meanwhile, on the side of Mouse, we have Scylla on the hidden and Justman on the hard rock. Very competent players in their own right.
Team Mouse electing not to overmod here. So we'll have 3 no-mod players, Eternum, Zone Luis, and Sawagi. And here we go. Early misses coming out, 2 on the side of Team Tablet, 1 for Team Mouse. It will be a slight accuracy advantage for Team Mouse. And now Team Tablet will pull it over, but Enri finding a break puts things right back in the driver's seat for Team Mouse. A very slim advantage, a quarter of the map gone.
It's a slim advantage, and I believe I talked to some of the Mouse test players about this, but this map does introduce a little bit of Mouse drift at the end.
That is a big miss from Zudinator as well as Sawagi. Team Mouse now with a brilliant opportunity here, as it's essentially 2.5 FCs to 1. The no-mod players really putting in some work here. Eternum giving up an FC. And it matters not. Zone Louise and Just Man are there, backing up Eternum. Only being chased by Nahus and Henry.
And I was gonna say, Just Man had a phenomenal combo for Hard Rock on this map, but he does break.
And now things are going to get interesting here. Despite the chain misses from Zugnator, that is from Just Man, is going to swing the combo advantage back in favor of Team Tablet. Zone Louise and Henry trade. And now it is Nahus. Yeah, look at that. And Sawagi right there with some supported combo. Matching Scylla. And things are going to get close. This is by far going to be the closest map we've had. Sawagi, Zudi, Henry, and Eternum. That is a near team miss for Team Tablet, but it is not. The FC, Nahus, is going to bring it home. The misses come out from Team Mouse, and it matters not. It is a clutch solo carry from a hidden player. Will it be? Will it be? It will be! I didn't know there was more after the stone! No!
Neither did he! Neither did he!
No!
What the heck, man?
No!
Well, we talked about Nahus. We talked about this phenomenal alt map player just outscoring even the best players in the world.
I didn't even say his name!
Man, that is an unfortunate break. He did break, I believe, at the very start, so he wouldn't have gotten the S rank regardless, but it just... Ooh, you hate to see it.
You hate to see it, man. It was... Oh. Spinner at the end. But, I mean, regardless, still, Nahus does the work and pulls victory there out of the jaws of defeat for Team Tablet. That was looking like it was going to be the first break point of the match. Henry now wants to break into the booth.
If you can find us.
Be like a NASCAR in-car camera, but instead just letting the driver commentate.
That'll be quite loud.
Hey man, it's a show match. We're accommodating, but
we did have did we had one show match somewhere that we just straight up put both teams in a channel and just had the commentary from both teams, and they will pick DT2.
Oh my goodness.
Decatan want to play Warzone. I believe he has a match in an hour.
Yeah. And fun fact, did you know his name is actually not Decatan?
It's Decatur?
Decatur.
Oh.
Blew my mind.
That also blew my mind just now. You could like hear my mind being blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, you can just like feel my mind being blown right now. Actually,
it's gone. It's gone.
It's good. It's completely good. It's evaporated.
Henry, we need you as a backup caster now. Get in here. Trying to get a Warzone partner. You love to see the relaxed environment of the show match.
Yeah, everyone's just having a good time. It's the calm before the storm, Dylan. We're gonna be seeing the opposite of this. I think everyone's gonna be very tense, very pent up in the next hour for U.S. Germany. Everyone's gonna be super serious, but right now we're not necessarily being super serial, as everyone is just having a bit of a giggle.
You see, it's okay to caster curse in the show match. We can't do it in U.S. Germany. So we got off easy.
Oh, thank God we're not casting that one. Imagine, imagine we caster curse someone and it affects the match. Man, I couldn't sleep at night.
Chat would never let you forget. But here we go, round number 8.
Yeah, I
It
mapped
just-
this.
Yes, you did. That's your name right there.
That is me.
You see that? You're on TV.
Hi, Mom.
So for Team Mouse, there's going to be a Turnham, Ciccone, Ekoro, and Zone Louise against Sawagi, Sudinator, Enri, and Badu. On the Dada map.
So, I'm not surprised to see Badu here because theoretically, right, every stream of this map is double tappable. It's just that in practice, you run out of double tap stamina.
We see a lot of early misses coming out, but the lone combo standing tall is Ekoro. Ciccone not too far behind as well. And Team Tablet has really no combos to speak of.
And no accuracies to speak of either. Zuniator on the 69%, nice. Badu on the 59%, Suwagi on the 71, and Enri on the 82.
And meanwhile, the accuracies for Team Mouse, 3 of their players in the 90% range. And that is making a massive difference on the scoreline. And this one may be over before it even gets halfway finished. This score gap is already 600,000 points and rapidly climbing.
Everyone on Tablet has a D rank. Zuni has a C rank, and they're on 71%.
And this show goes to show the importance of accuracy. But right now, we're looking at the massive combos on the side of Team Mouse here. 2 players standing quite tall. And Ekoro will give up the FC. The Turnham will break the 1,000 combo mark into the final third of the map. But it's already 1 million points of difference.
I haven't seen a lead this big this early on in so long, if ever.
And look at these supporting combos too. I mean, Ciccone recovering quite well. Ekoro almost back up to 500 immediately. Eternum will finally go down into the last 8 of the map.
Is running out of stamina, I believe. While Ciccone and Ekoro holding strong, so...
But I mean, 600k?
It's pretty good! I think this Eternum guy is pretty good at the game.
And that is going to be all she wrote on that one. Final margin of victory, 1.4 million points. We're tied at 4.
We have an alphabet here. All the start of the alphabet being represented on the top row. Honestly, that's exactly what I expected. I think Team Tablet knew. Enri was trying to get them to pick that map because they already knew they were gonna pull off some silly stuff here, and they did.
All right. This match now basically devolves into a best of 5. Team Tablet, up to pick next. No more free mod. Hidden Hard Rock have been untouched.
Well, Team Tablet, if you want to pick Hidden Shoe, now's your time. Wink.
I'm sure they're going to take their time to sort out this one, but
okay, good choice.
4.
Good choice. The only DT that Mouse cannot abuse. So, fun story about this map. This used to be very, very hard. Like, like extremely so. This used to be OD9, and it had some really, really unfriendly patterns. So we had a bit of a talk with the mapper. We were like, okay, we can change some stuff here to make it a little bit more playable. We made it OD8, and it was still like one of the hardest maps to have replays on in the showcase. Everyone thought that a God mode run, like without looking at their scores, that they had a God mode run and they would end up at 350k or so. Like, this is a hard map. I would not be surprised if even the people who can play this on this match would get like no more than 450k. It's very, very hard.
And we see a healthy amount of swaps coming in here. BMG checking in for Team Mouse. We will see Badu checking back in.
Honestly, I don't really want to commentate. Just cat jam. Just cat jam to the song, man. It's such a nice song. It's a real break from like the thing you think of as like grand finals vibe of song. Like, it's a laid back song, but you can just tell there's like jank waiting. Like, this is the kind of song that is mapped in a way that is evil.
Well, we're about to get into it here. Nearly 3 minutes. Uh-oh, Zone Louise, I don't like that.
No.
Ooh. Almost missed the first note because of the smoke.
I think they didn't skip the intro to this map, so they had time to write that.
We'll end up finding an early break later regardless, along with Akoro. So advantage Team Tablet here for now. Sawagi will trade one of them. 3 FCs to 2. BMG giving up an FC for Team Mouse. It's all on Ciccone. Ciccone will drop, but as well as Enri and Zudinator, so it's just Badu with the FC. No combo on anyone else. And Team Tablet just had a triple miss there, practically full reset aside from the 1 FC, so Team Mouse will have a shot here to combo game this a little bit.
And Badu will finally break. So no more FCs from Team Tablet, but Team Mouse's FCs were gone long ago. The lead does seem to be shrinking though.
And this is quite possibly the closest margin we've had yet here. Halfway through, it's roughly 50k and shrinking fast. It's just Sawagi against Ciccone right now. Akoro and Badu, the supporting combos. Akoro and Sawagi going now. BMG, who was the top combo, goes down once again, as well as Ciccone. And now Team Tablet are going to pull away with Enri and Badu.
That is unfortunate for Team Mouse. Everybody just breaking a couple of pretty bad spots, and Talbot just holding it a little bit longer. Enri holding through the solo even.
Yeah,
very
Enri
impressive.
Really coming alive here in this final half of the map for Team Tablet to secure the point. It's quite a close affair there. Definitely one that might have been winnable for Team Mouse. But Enri has other ideas.
Both Enri's and Badu's score are just really, really good.
Yeah, twin 500Ks. Making all the difference here. Badu and Enri. Badu locked down the first half. Enri locked down the second. They lead at 5-4. Team Mouse with the next pick.
Badu has top scored like taking into account every score in the lobby, not just his team, but he has top scored 4 maps. And his team is up 5-4, so he's really just carrying this show match for Team Talbot here. Very, very good. Henry also phenomenal play, holding combo at the end, just extremely nice. And Team Mouse will go for Hard Rock too. So finally, not a tapping map.
And finally, somebody going into one of the other 2 mod pools that had not been touched. So here we go, on to the first Hard Rock. We'll see how this affects the rosters.
Yeah, this is the first aim map really picked by Mouse, but it is a precision map, which is also one of the common trends amongst Mouse players as they go for a more precision-based style of play instead of the overall high mechanics full screen aim. So, still stereotypically staying within the Mouse wheelhouse.
Let's see what you did there. All right, looks like both teams are nearly set here. It's going to be Zone Louise, Ciccone, Justman, and Eternum for Team Mouse. Team Tablet awaiting a 4th to join Suwagi, Zudinator, and Badu.
Would not be surprised to see Malashevsky here, unless he has other commitments, but so far he's HDHR'd a lot of free mods, so it wouldn't be surprising to see him on the HR pick as well. As we wait, and there he is!
Indeed, Malashevsky filling out the final slot here. Here we go. Start command about to be put in here from our official. And this is very much a must-win point here for Team Mouse.
Okay. Apparently, Malashevsky joined the lobby and he had no map. And through the wonders of Polish internet, we are waiting on his download. So,
oh no. This is why they call it a show match, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah, if you showed up with no map on an actual OWC lobby, there's one of 2 things that would happen. Either you would be kicked off the map in the lobby by your captain, or the other team would assume that you deleted all your maps beforehand to try and be funny.
The world may never know.
Yeah.
So here we go, on to round number 10. A must-win point here for Team Mouse.
He's finding a couple of early breaks, but still very early on, just getting used to the map. Justman finding a break as well.
Early advantage for Team Tablet. Malashevsky will trade one of the 2 early breaks with one of his own. Zudinator trading the other.
Zone Louise will find a break of his own, however, and so does Ciccone, so no FCs now as Eternum.
It was only Justman, but Justman going down now. Biggest combos, Malashevsky and Zudinator.
All Tablet's FCs are also gone, so no more FCs across the board. Malashevsky and Zudi breaking their combo, so the highest combo right now is Zone Louise.
Yep. Sawagi close behind now is the number one combo as Zone Louise drops right before the break. Score gap, it's roughly 45,000. Coming up to the halfway mark.
Ooh, rough wiggles there, finding out or catching out Sawagi, Zoonator, and Zone Louise, but the lead does seem to be shrinking, not anymore as the tournament finds a break.
That big miss from Sawagi is what swayed combo advantage there for a minute. Ciccone now with some combo here and some supporting combos from Justman and Zone Louise. Malashevsky, Zoonator, and Badu fighting them off. Oh, but misses will come out. That's a triple miss for Team Tablet with a double miss for Team Mouse. Ciccone and Justman versus Badu. They will start to slowly pull back that score margin into the final third.
Have a combo advantage, and it is getting closer and closer. The tournament summaries are breaking, but these are not the combos that are carrying their score, and Badu does break, so the highest combo in Team Tablet now gone.
Justman goes all on Ciccone.
Wait.
And Ciccone needs some help from his team. Or some misses. Oh no, and Ciccone goes. And so goes Team Mouse's chances at taking this point. And it will be the first break point of this match. At the most crucial of times. Team Tablet coming alive here with Malashevsky and Badu in the final half of the map. We'll take a break point.
It looked so weird because even though Ciccone was holding the highest combo in the lobby by far, the Team Tablet's lead was getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, that was because there was no combo on anyone on Team Mouse aside from Ciccone, so Ciccone's combo was not enough to override the 4 combos on Team Tablet, so when Ciccone missed, that was it.
I suppose.
Was the only thing holding the dam back from breaking. And now Team Tablet are up 6-4. Match point
yeah.
with the pick.
Well, if I'm Team Tablet, I just I see a lot that I could potentially pick, but Hidden Chew will be their choice. Talked about this map a little bit, just very, very heavy reading map. Just
HD2.
really, it's like a speed map, but for your eyes, and the reverse. It's like, this comparison is bad.
What a time to whip this out from Team Tablet here. You go up off the first break point to match point. Hidden has not been touched. Really, the only gimmick map that was played was No Mod 5 at the start. And that wasn't necessarily low AR.
I mean, we saw the Free Mod 3 as well, but a lot of people opted for Hard Rock on that, where, they can.
Mm-hmm.
But this time, you're against Badu, you're against Enri, and you have Ikoro also on Mouse, so, obviously you're a little bit less favored because you're 1 versus 2 of, the really, really, big name reading players, but this is just a high level lobby. I think this is probably a better reading lobby than we'll see from even most people still left in this weekend. So probably we're going to be seeing comparable, if not even better scores coming out here than on the following matches.
We do get a healthy amount of roster swaps here. For Team Mouse, it's BMG, Ikoro, Scylla, and Eternum. For Team Tablet, Sawagi, Zoonator, Enri, Badu. And here we go. On to round number 11. Match point number 1 for Team Tablet.
Pause. Pause, chin. Here we go.
Quite a good song, though, here.
Classic. Everybody pretty used to the AR. Not finding any early breaks from early misreads, which occasionally you do see.
We do see some act drops, though. Up. Oh, Henry. Man.
Catching strays here.
Firing shots in between breaks and show matches. Man. BMG will find the first drop. Eternum also dropping. That's a double miss for Team Mouse.
Double miss, and so far nobody on Team Talbot has really looked like they're struggling at all. Everyone just reading it very, very well and on point with their snap aim. Eternum being the early misread here on the PI, but double miss, yeah. Scylla and Henry, so Badu actually now the solo FC for the Team Tablet. Meanwhile, Team Mouse has a Koro.
And
surprise,
some backing
surprise.
combo from BMG, who had the very early misses, now making a difference, will go down. And now it's the 1v1. It's all going to be on these supporting combos from here on out to determine the gap margin here. Halfway through the map. Neither of them go down on the stream. Combos are building, misses coming out. Who can stay more consistent overall? Sawagi being matched by Scylla, roughly. Oh, big miss from Zudi. It's not enough to negate the score lead. The score bar gets close to center.
Henry, please stop smoking!
Henry, you have no idea what you've just done. Oh, no. And now, Team Mouse in the lead. Final quarter. Eternum, Scylla go down. Traded by Sawagi.
Oh, everyone except the people that
It's
the
a
breaks
Koro.
actually. Oh my god.
Badu and Henry now with combo. Henry actually, the supporting combo here, making the difference. Can Team Tablet steal it back at the end? They need Badu and Henry to hold out here through the map. Akoro doing everything possible to keep Team Mouse in this match. They're running out of time. They need to see a miss, a double miss perhaps. Will it come out? Henry and Badu look so good. Henry will find a miss. Is there enough time to bring it back to center? I don't think so. It's going to get close. It's going to get close, but I think... Oh, Henry! Henry, you are testing... You are testing the will of time itself.
Oh, I thought for a second we're gonna get to see the prime example of smoking kills, but
Good lord. What was that? 14k, 15k at the end? The closest
14K, yeah.
of victory, but it will be a 7-4 match win for Team Tablet over Team Mouse.
But
Very exciting way
stay there. Stay there. We're not yet done. We're gonna be, as we discussed previously, we're gonna have a little bit of a tiebreaker show match as well, just in case we don't see it in the actual matches this weekend. So obviously, congratulations to Team Tablet. Played phenomenally, especially congratulations to Badu and Henry. Really showed up and like sweated. They had a just phenomenal plays, just showcasing that even for the teams that have been eliminated already, the grand finals pool is not necessarily out of their wheelhouse. So very, very nice stuff from them. Koro also on that last map, really just proving that he is one of the world's best at reading, and Badu matching. So yeah, now we're gonna head into the tiebreaker showcase. Not worth anything except a couple of brownie points, but everyone wants to look their best here.
Indeed. And that is going to conclude this match after our tiebreaker showcase. But we do hope you stick around, because coming up in roughly 40 minutes time will be the finish of the World Cup. We will determine our second grand finalist. It'll be Germany taking on the United States, 18 UTC in 40 minutes. So don't go anywhere. Don't even think about clicking off. You don't want to miss it. But for now, we're going to get a quick tiebreaker, a quick look at the Grand Finals tiebreaker data.
I like this tiebreaker. I like everything we did with it, and everything the mappers did themselves, obviously, most being their own work. So it's just a phenomenal map. Really proud of everyone who's worked on it. And you know, you're a team that you have a core, you have Zombies, PMG, Scylla. Then you look at the other side and you're up against Zudinator, Malashevsky, Henry. Malashevsky, I think his map is now qualified, and I think he still has the top score on the leaderboard. So it's a little bit of a Monka moment going on if you're a mouse player, but
So we have five players with hidden. It's quite nice.
Yes, and one player with easy, huh?
Oh my goodness, Okoro did take easy.
Malashevsky with the early break.
Oh, look at that. Quite dynamic changes here.
Okoro, I can't see the map. How can you do that? How can you see it?
Because it's easy.
True. Easy mod makes the map easier.
But man, you can just see the level of finger control required here in the early sections of this map.
Absolutely, and just the cursor control as well. Like, the groupings on these are absolutely killer. You miss a little bit with your cursor placement, and all of a sudden you're chain missing 4 to 8 notes. So it really requires you to be on your best game. Malashevsky does seem to be on his.
Yeah, still going off over there. Quarter of the map gone.
We get through the swing section. A couple of breaks, but all the big combos on Team Talbot still holding. Oh, Malashevsky breaking on that.
You can see the spacing on some of these streams. Flow aim requirement definitely coming into play.
Henry holding phenomenal combo. Through some of the more difficult sections of the map, so that combo, you know, it doesn't look too impressive, but it's really, really good contextually.
Currently the top score on screen. Again, we'll see how they tackle the second half of this map. Not even close to being done. Look at the SV in those sliders.
We can see some breaks on those sliders, but you can, if you choose to, you can just ignore the slider body and just focus a little bit more on the slider head aiming. Henry getting past the millennium mark for the combo there. And it's with the big drop.
Yeah, right into that next key eye. Perfect timing. And Zudi and Malashevsky building up some pretty healthy combos too.
Everyone on Team Talbot really is just playing this phenomenally.
Keep in mind, this is the Grand Finals tiebreaker.
Henry, Malashevsky, Zudinator, they're making this hard part look easy. Henry finally with a break. Zudi as well, but Malashevsky still holding strong at potentially the hardest sections in the map.
Malashevsky says, come back here, Henry. coming for that number 1. They're both putting up brilliant scores here.
I will say, playtesting wise, after this spinner is one of the toughest parts to consistently combo. Let's see if Malashevsky holds on.
Yep, just now taking that score lead back from Henry. And with quite superior accuracy, about a full percent.
Oh, he does break on the Excel decel streams.
Oh, but Henry shortly after. And nearly everyone in the lobby breaking, I believe, there, simultaneously. And Malashevsky is going to take back the top spot from Henry there. But we thank the players for participating in this fun show match. They put up quite the show indeed, and gave us all a little taste of what's to come this weekend, especially in about 35 minutes from now.
Aww. Look at the heart smokes.
You love to see the sportsmanship and camaraderie. But Team Tablet taking the win 7-4 is going to be the final score of Tiebreaker Showcase in the book. So there you have it. You get a sneak peek at a dozen maps being played by some of the best players eliminated from the tournament. And you can come back in half an hour's time, and it will be the big one, Germany versus the United States for the final spot in Grand Finals against South Korea. Dada, that is going to wrap things up for us.
Yep, that's us for this weekend, I think. All the other matches are going to be casted by the other duos. So I thank you all very much for welcoming me into this broadcast booth. I thank you, Dolan, for casting here with me today, and it's been really just quite fun. I think this OWC has been very fun, despite all the like little incidents surrounding it. Some out of our control, some maybe we could have acted a little bit quicker, but thank you very much for sticking with us, and I hope you guys have a phenomenal weekend. I hope that everyone enjoys this weekend's matches and roots for whatever team they're rooting for to take it all, because I think this is one of the most competitive OWC Grand Finals weekends we've had in a long time.
Quite some time, yeah. 3 different teams, 3 different really compelling and amazing storylines. No matter how you look at it, it's shaping up to be an exciting weekend here in the OS community. So hit the follow button if you haven't to make sure you don't miss out on any of the Grand Finals action kicking off in 30 minutes.
Banners.
And yes, banners. You can buy your banners in the store. I believe this is the last weekend they will be sold. Actually, I don't even know if they're available.
Are they? You can't buy them anymore. Oh no! For the first time ever, commentary shows. And it's not actually a thing anymore. Can you still donate to the Open Collective? Is that a thing still? Yeah, you can donate to the Open Collective. Okay, you can donate to the Open Collective. You can't buy banners anymore. I'm sorry, I lied to you. I'm a big fat liar. But the Open Collective, the direct full contribution is still there. So if you want to help at the very end to the prize pool, just give it directly to the prize pool, directly to the players, then you can, and everything is appreciated. So yeah, Dolan,
Saved.
Sign us off.
All right, well, for Dada, I'm Dolan, and that's going to be the last you'll hear from us this year on OWC. But you will be in the capable hands of some great casters moving forward throughout the weekend to deliver you the Grand Finals action. Once again, for Dada, I'm Dolan. We're signing off.
See ya.